If you're a woman who struggled to play the piano, maybe you took lessons but you've forgotten everything you've learned, or maybe you want to play piano but you're not sure where to start. Maybe you struggle with making slow and fast songs sound good. The At Your Own Pace lessons are for you. You'll go from not playing at all to playing in church. It opens soon, so make sure you join the wait list. The link is in the description below, or go to thetunebucket.com.
Hi everybody! Hey you guys! Today I'm hopping on to talk to you guys about the cheat way to play complex chords. So if you don't mind, can you let me know in the comments below if you can play a 13th chord, if you've ever played an 11th chord, if you know how to play a 9th or a 7th. That's going to help me out tremendously. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hey Savannah, hey Kitty, hey you guys. Okay, so if you play with chord charts, you will probably at some point come across a C13, a G13, a B flat 13, a C11, a C9, an F9, something like that. What do you do when that happens? Do you just play a C chord? Anybody, let me know in the comments what you do when you see that pop up on your chord chart. Okay. So the first tip that I want to give you guys is if you're going to play big chords, here's a really good tip that you need to remember. Don't play all of the notes required. So, as you guys know, chords are built on odd numbers. So if you are trying to play a 13th chord and you're trying to play all of the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13 that are required in order to play that chord, that's a lot of notes. So let's see, if I play 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, it's not, doesn't sound bad, but there are different voicings of a 13, like this one, that actually sound better. So in this voicing of a 13, I'm actually not playing, let's see, I'm playing 1, 3, 5, 7. I'm not playing the 9, I'm not playing the 11, but I am playing the 13. Does that make sense? So make sure that your voicings, when you're playing your voicings, that you know in the back of your mind, you don't have to play all the notes. There are certain notes you need in order for it to be a 13th chord, but not all of them. So if I was going to play a song like When I Think About Jesus, let's do this in B flat. So I would start off on a 13th. So when I think about Jesus, what is that for me? When I think about Jesus, what is that every? Okay, so those chords right there are 13th chords. And once again, if you guys are not aware, my pinky has been swollen and in pain for like 2 weeks. So I'm trying not to play with that. So if you hear me make mistakes, I'm sorry. It's very hard to play without my pinky. Okay, so what I did is I created a voicing of that chord that did not necessarily have all of the numbers in it, but it still had enough for it to be a 13th chord and it sounds good. Okay, Bethany says, I'm okay with 9ths and 13ths. It's when they throw in the sharps and flats. Oh, okay. So if you saw like a C7, sharp 5, sharp 9, what would you play? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so that is the first example. The second example I want to give you is take some of the notes that you would try to play in your right hand, especially if you're playing bigger chords. A lot of you probably play octaves in your left hand. So take some of those notes from your right hand, put them in your left hand, okay? So if I was going to do a song like, Come On and Give the Lord the Highest Praise, you guys know that one? So let's see. We'll do this in E flat. Come on and give the Lord the highest praise, hallelujah, hallelujah. Come on and give the Lord the highest praise, hallelujah, hallelujah. Come on and give the Lord the highest praise, hallelujah. Praise His holy name. 6 chords, 7 flat chords, 7, 1. It's just a walk up. But I'm playing those 13ths, but I'm taking notes from my right hand and putting them in my left hand. See how much better that sounds? If I just played it like this, I'm playing the same thing in my right hand, but it just doesn't sound as good, right? Add those chords to your left hand, watch. See how much better that sounds? Okay? Try that tip. The third tip I have for you is to keep your right hand chord simple, because this is going to allow you to add fills and chord progressions in your right hand that really can jazz up shout beat songs, fast songs, songs that normally use big chords are usually fast songs. Okay, so let's play this song. Let's do You Don't Know. We'll do an F. You don't know like I know what is done for me. That song. Okay, so remember, we're talking about keeping your right hand chords simple. So this is a benefit to moving notes to your left hand, is it can really make your right hand chord almost be a triad. Okay, so we're in F, 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't know like I know what is done for me. You don't know like I know what is done for me. You don't know like I know what is done for me. When I think of what is done for me. Oh, that's really fast. You fill me with the Holy Ghost. Those are simple triad chords. Those are just major and minor chords right there. Anything difficult at all. What is done for me? You don't know like I know what's done for me. You don't know like I know what is done for me. When I think of what is done for me. Okay, but since I've moved notes to my left hand is really carrying it, right? So if I add my right hand, wrong note. Okay? Now, if you're just practicing that song for the first time, I do recommend you slow it down. That was a little fast for that one. 288 beats a minute is probably not the tempo you want to sing. You don't know like I know what is up for me, unless you want to be out of breath like I am. But that's just one example of how using that tip is really going to change the way that you play. When you start playing songs, especially when you start thinking about songs in number, it really makes playing easy for you, and it shows you how many songs are similar. There are a lot of songs that have the similar. I'm still out of breath. I think I'm talking too fast. There are a lot of songs that have similar chord progressions and similar chords, and you're just doing the same progressions on different songs, right? So I could do the same progression if I was doing my soul says yes to the Lord. My soul says yes to the Lord. He's a great king. He's doing great things. My soul says yes, yes, yes to the Lord. Okay? A lot of the same exact chords and chord progressions are going to go into that song. Okay? So if you're just joining, I am talking about how to play the cheat way to play big chords. The first tip was don't play all of the notes that are required. That's going to be a lot. Sometimes it works out, but sometimes you don't always have to have all those notes. The second thing is make sure that you're adding notes to your left hand. If you are stuck with playing octaves, try branching out, adding different notes in your left hand. It's going to make a big difference. And then the second tip is keep your right hand simple, because it's going to allow you to flow more freely, play more runs without making mistakes because you're trying to play really complex chords in your right hand. So if this kind of teaching interests you, make sure you get on the wait list for the Piano Players Coaching Group. It does open in just a few weeks. We have a brand new platform, new classes that we're introducing, and I'm super excited about it. It is a group coaching class that we have live classes every week. And so I would love to see you guys in there. Spread the word. You can get on the wait list at pianoplayerscoaching.com. If nobody's told you today, guys, know I believe in you. You can play like you have always dreamed, okay? If you need any help, make sure you reach out to me on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, and I will help you however I can. All right, you guys, have a good evening. I'll talk to everybody later. Bye.